I'm only going to do this once, so hopefully I manage to keep everything, you know, where you can see it, and hopefully I don't get too boring, because thinking and doing it at the same time, I'm a bloke, I can't do that. But let's get a few of the things unbagged here. As I was saying in the unboxing vid, this really does look like a really nice chassis. Obviously the edges bent up there, and the really narrow sections front and rear to accommodate those longer wishbones that they've been all singing and all dancing about the last few weeks. Like most two-wheel drive buggy builds, we seem to be starting with the front and all the steering and everything. You know what? Let's try and be a little bit sensible and not lose all the little parts everywhere. Let's use a box. So from the images, it looks like they screw in from this side. Sometimes I like to cheat with the electric screwdriver. Don't like to take it too far with the electric screwdriver. It can be a bit easy to strip out the threads if you haven't got a mechanical clutch on it. This one's only got an electronic or electric clutch on it. I don't trust it entirely. As long as you hold the handle loose enough, it'll spin in your hand if it'll strip the threads. So that's that. Oh, it's not the servos, it's the bell crank. Oh, what an idiot. Anyway, looks like the chamfered edges go to the outside. And 4x7 by 2.5 bearings again. Seven, 4, 2.5. He says, almost throwing it across the room, which is not optimum. Fit all the bearings and a 5mm long stud, which I'm assuming is that little one there. Yep. Which goes into this one because it's the only one with a hole. No spacing. And she goes. And the first thing we've got to make sure of, there's two different length hats, so it looks like we've got some here and some there, the longer ones going on from the bulkhead to the bell crank. So I'm assuming it's the shorter ones that go through here. So you shape up little hatty things into the bearings. Those hats only seem to be plastic maybe, so I don't want to make them mushroom at all, but don't particularly want any slop in it, so just want to tighten them up so they're nice and snug. But no binding, want that to move around all nice and easy. That's that one in. I have ordered the alloy pots for these as well, but not here yet, so we'll do a bit of testing with the kit plastic stuff. I'm sure there's no issues using it, it's just that I'm clumsy, so I like to put as much alloy on stuff as I can. Go on, ask anyone. I am not a good driver. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build it off all the kit settings on the way through, but then one of the things that's good thing with the Associated as compared to the PR Racing is that there is a bit more support out there for setups to use and so forth, so I think maybe before Saturday I might go hunting for a decent setup, but let's get to work on the all built up in the kit setup first. Front bulkhead or rod holder, and that's the bell crank assembly, all nice and free moving and no slop in it. Plastics do some nice quality. These in the kit, there's the normal plastics. You can get carbon plastic upgrades, which I'm assuming are a bit stiffer. I'm not sure about any strength differences, but stiffer at least. Got these tiny little dropper bottles off Amazon. Very useful for making sure you only just put a little bit of thread lock on stuff. It's not good to put too much thread lock on. So that's the two colours. Doesn't actually call for those end balls yet. Looks like they go with the shank to the inside. Let's just tweak them up so they don't slide off. I'm pretty sure we'll be sliding these into the two clips. Did I really put? See, you're not paying attention. Put a screw in that instead of this. Not to matter, the screw's got to go in it anyway, but definitely need them in this one now. So it does say to not tighten them up too much just yet. Not over tighten at all really. I think when you're putting this in, you can, alright, don't cinch one up at all to start with. Put that in, put that in. I'm assuming we want to get that central. And my other assumption is that I want the screws downwards when I'm done. Do we reckon that's the case? Downwards? There's downwards in there, so cinch that up, cinch that up. I think that's a bit too snug, it's not moving smoothly, so just back it off the tiniest bit. That's free of moving. That might be as free as we're going to get it. Ah, no, there we go. About half a mil side to side movement. Don't know why I'm going to be fussy about this because I might well be lining up somewhere I can't get to it, but let's get those the same sort of rotation. There we go. Still moving freely. Let's go for a high one at the moment. So, 2 hats in. And we've got 2 M316 cap nuts to go from the top. Looks like that screws into the bulkhead there. Now, I did have a look at what tools were needed, and I did another 2.5mm hex driver because the PR Racing only used 2mm and 1.5. So went and got myself a 2.5 in preparation, I believe, just for these 2 screws. But you know, it's nice having the tools for future as well. Some people say to take them until they are just starting to bind and then back it off 1/8 of a turn or 1/4 of a turn. A little bit of slop in that one. So still all free moving. So we should be good at that. So there's the front bulkhead assembly. Nice free moving bell crank. Nice free moving anti-roll bar.
Well, that's bag 1 done. We'll crack on with bag 2 in the next video, I reckon. I'll catch you in a bit.